Hello again, and thanks for visiting my channel for another Dungeon Boss Haunted Halls episode. If you've been following the last two videos, we've been going systematically through the Haunted Halls Halloween event where you're able to collect tokens for Lord Zomm. In this particular installment, we're going to be going through the hard mode as we work our way up towards insane. So let's go ahead and get started with that. And so here is the comp of enemies that we're going to encounter here, and once again we didn't see this in the moderate one, but we do see it here again where we have the possibility of Life Reaper Brahm showing up with us. So just so you're aware, whenever he shows on the list of possible enemies, it does not mean that you will definitely encounter him. It means that he has a chance to show up, and if you successfully defeat him, he will complete a quest that will be added to your logbook, and then you will receive a token for him. And this is true for a couple of other heroes as well, including Echo. So in this case, we have the drop for Lord Zomm that we're going to try and get after. We have a couple of Evos that we can go for, and for 10 energy, we're going to get started. So here's my composition, and as I like to tell everybody in every one of these types of videos for this specific event, your composition level is scaled. The mobs, rather, are scaled to your particular group composition. So don't be worried that for some reason or another, because I'm using level 39s and you're going to go into this dungeon and you're like, of course he's doing good because he has level 39s and I only have 20s. Well, don't worry about that, because those mobs are going to scale down or near to you, depending on whether the easy, moderate, hard, extreme, or insane, whichever one you're going for. What I've noticed so far is that it was a couple of levels low and easy. Moderate was right around the same area as me, and this one I'm expecting to be and I've seen in occasion, because I've already beaten it a couple times, they will be a couple of levels higher. So let's go ahead and get started in here as we're talking. In any case, this has probably been one of the more fun events. It's the only one that I've had so far, but it's one of the most fun that I have encountered for any of the freemium games that usually participate with the holiday season. So I know it kind of went away. We have about 3 platforms to follow before we can actually get to the boss. And here, actually, we're right on par again, I guess it looks like. These are probably just a little more armored, but they're level 40s, level 38s, level 39s, so they're right around there. I'm going to kick on auto attack here and just kind of see what we're up against. All right, so we're one-shotting these. Let's see what this girl does to us. Not too much, not too bad. A little sparkly pump, and we'll get ourselves a little bit of gold there. Work our way to the second platform. Same with that little sconce. Oops, that was not intended. Yeah, all right. So we are one-shotting these things pretty good in this. I don't remember it being this easy, but I'm just going to go with it for right now. Okay, so here I'm going to halt, and we're going to get off this. So these are, anytime you see the little skull that's there, this has always been, for me anyway, an indication of what I call a mini boss. That's probably not the real correct term, but it's sort of a harder than average level that we're going to go through. So I'm going to take this guy out, and let's see if this ends up being as hard as I think it's going to be. Try this little attack and see what we do. Oh yeah, all right, so pretty much paper thin at this point. In fact, I'm probably just going to auto attack these guys to death, and we'll call it good. Now, I do tell you that these guys have a very sick poison, and that is one of the things that I do remember. They will, in fact, I got to turn this off or I'm going to end up making a big mistake here. So I'm going to see if this guy goes through, and then that's good. We're going to get shot, and now I'm going to put a heal on my this is one of the reasons I love Nub Nub. But anyway, these guys have a nasty little poison, and it eats them up pretty good. And I'm glad that I caught in when I did, because that will kill them within about 2 turns, maybe even 3, if I had to put a mark on it. So we're going to knock this guy out and call him good. And so yeah, paper thin, but if they get a shot off and there's a disease that holds up, you're going to want to heal through that pretty quickly or debuff it and get it gone. So this guy's... he's not frustrating, but it's just one of those things where you expect to see more damage out of him than, or more damage to him than you expect. So every time you do an attack against him, he spawns another jelly cube. And you'll see that here because I'm about to do it again. So that was 3 hits from my one guy, and he spawned 3 more jellies on top of it. Now the maximum here is 5, so we're not going to get any more beyond that. In all honesty, if you do some really good AoE attack here, you'll end up seeing all of these guys pretty much go by the wayside rather quickly. I'm going to buff these guys up just because I like to push through this a little quicker. And as soon as we get another AoE attack off. Now, you can focus on these guys if you want to. I try to, if they're up, look at it this way. Every time you attack him, you're going to spawn another one. So you want to try to make sure that you're focusing on the main boss and not putting a lot of energy into the little spawns. But in either case, they're going to hurt you at some point if they get a turn to come up. So they are going to be there, and it's something to contend with, both for healing and for damage. You see that... Iggy right there has got a little bit of poison on him, but this is going to take care of this, and we're going to be done here in a few seconds. See if this takes him out. Yep. All right, very good. So this was not a very hard fight, but you see we were getting, again, an accumulation for a quest for the blobs, which will give you a token for that related hero, and then also for killing the blob, there's another one for that as well. So here's a chest. I'm going to obviously get a token out of this. That's awesome. And this will wrap up and give us a summary for what we've gotten in terms of loot. So, yep, there's my token. One thing I've been telling people in all these videos is that I have had I've been inundated with this huge amounts of these XP potions, and I go back into my inventory to take a look, and I see that I have 999 of them, and that is the maximum that you're allowed to collect. So keep in mind that you should probably spend them, because if you hit that cap and then still continue to get more, they're going to just fall out. They're not going to even be there for you to use. So if you got a couple of heroes that are tucked below that you've been kind of sitting on for a little while, and they're, level 10s or whatever, and you want to boost them up to where you are now, start burning those up and make yourself some room, because at 20 a clip and you start running these dungeons enough, it will add up rather quickly. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and if you have any ideas for a future video you'd like, please leave that in the comments, and I will absolutely give it consideration. Otherwise, happy dungeon raiding, and we'll see you in the next video.